Hey guys, hope you're having a great day.
Hope you're having a great life.
We are doing some David Bowie today. You guys told me since the first video I did Fame that I had to hear Space Oddity. You said this is one of the big ones that we have to do. And he has not heard it. I have not heard it since the first time we're going to hear it. We have the lyrics right next to us. With that said, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it, guys.
Excited. I'm loving how this starts.
Dude, very smooth chords.
The fade in. Just like a little, like some drum hits.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom.
You hear him counting in the background?
7, 6, commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today, for here am I sitting in a tin can.
Ooh.
That came out of nowhere. So bluesy.
Spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much. She knows. Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuit's dead. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom?
How's he getting that high? Does he have like a slide?
Yeah, probably has a slide on his.
Oh, he's kept going higher and higher. I was like, wait.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
almost
like,
certainly a slide.
I was-
Dude, that when he said like your circuits are dead,
dude, I was
literally
like,
got goosebumps.
dude, like same. The whole song just changed. You know, I
Changed.
was like,
Yeah, I looked at you and I was like,
because at first you're like, it's like, oh, it's a cool little space
Yeah.
mission. He's flying through. You know, he's doing his thing.
And then all of a
it's
sudden-
it's like, there's a problem. Like,
Well,
can you hear me, Major Tom? I was like, oh my god.
and
dude.
I felt it. I was like, oh, is something gonna happen when he says like, tell my wife I love her? She knows. I was like, that's kind of weird, but I get it. You're in
Yeah,
space, like you
yeah,
want to tell your wife you love her. But
exactly.
like when they're like, there's something wrong with your circuits, we can't hear you. I'm like,
And then he's saying he's like floating in a tank, kind of floating
Yeah.
away. To me, that's him saying like he's kind of like floating off in space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In his little tin can, it can't do much. He can't go bad. There's no like way for him just to get back. You know
and he's
what I mean?
like, that's the other line I
The
think
Earth
where
is
he has
the
like,
planet's blue, so it's like
Yeah.
he sees the Earth, but he can't do anything about it.
and in the same way as like he has like to expand on that, he has that whole line where he's like, my ship knows where she's going or whatever. Like the ship's in control, I'm not in control. It's just kind of
Yeah.
going, and oh man,
Yeah.
and all those breakdowns when it like changed like da 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 da.
That chord progression is actually a lot more intricate than people probably think.
Dude,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah.
to play it, it probably would be a lot trickier than the average guitarist probably thinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the progression and the actual like the rhythmic like way that he's like strumming. The one part where it had the countdown and then it like sort of like lift off and then it had that little psychedelic vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, I heavily got like Sid Barrett, like
Yeah, I did
like
too.
Pink Floyd like debut like vibes from it.
And
Like,
it also
the
felt very-
the very just trippy kind of like psychedelic
Mhm.
like you're like alone in a room like oh my god, you know what I mean? Type of vibe,
And some of
dude.
the melodies he was doing, like where he's singing with himself, harmonizing, and they're like not quite perfect. Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't follow each other, but they follow each other for most of the time, but sometimes they deviate.
Yeah.
It's very Beatlesy. Like it definitely felt Beatlesy.
Yeah, no, dude, I agree completely. That's like what I was thinking. Like that's like what it reminded me
Yeah.
of was like some of the Beatles stuff where like they harmonize together, but it's like slightly off to where it's like it sounds
Creative.
good.
It's like in a creative
it
way.
sounds good still, but you can tell it's definitely two different voices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I mean that was great, and like the other thing that I really liked too is like it felt like every part was very. I mean, like I've only seen Bowie as far as like how he's portrayed in photos and being eccentric and all that.
Yeah.
But it felt like every part of this was very, very controlled, and like so to me again that clap part, like bunk dump bunk
Yeah.
clap clap, it felt like the whole section felt like what you would do, like you're trying to talk to ground control, and then after you talk to them, all of a sudden you kind of drift off and you're like looking at outer space, right?
Yeah.
And so like that's why it felt so kind of chaotic and so different from everything else. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're bringing me back to Earth when you're talking to ground control, and then all of a sudden you look out the window of your spaceship and it's just like the vastness of space. And
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
totally changed. Like you totally changed your mentality, and that's what it felt like every time you got done talking to ground control, that's
Yeah.
what played. And so to
Yeah.
me that like referenced that.
I got into David Bowie a little bit, like just like now. The reason I started doing some of like these videos for him is because
Yeah.
I was actually like I was somewhere. I saw on the screen, you know, some places like you're in these little like commercialized places and you see like a screen that just has like old music playing or something.
Yeah.
I saw something and it had like a fact about David Bowie. It said like in I think it was 60s or 70s. I don't know like exactly when, but he went to Asia or some shit for a year for like a meditation retreat. Right? It's a
Dang.
pure meditation like isolation retreat. Came back and wrote like a hit album. Like I was like, what? I was like, that sounds so. Like just awesome. And
Yeah.
that's like what got me like do the
Into
first
David Bowie?
the first video. Yeah.
That was awesome.
But yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions for David Bowie, go ahead and drop that below. If you have any other suggestions for like any other artists, you know, we're thinking about doing some Elton John, some
Yeah.
Billy Joel pretty soon. So go ahead and just drop down suggestions.
Yeah, any of that sort of stuff. But thank you. This was awesome.
Oh, dude,
Very-
fantastic. With that said, hope you guys have a fantastic day.